Myself Amulya from Kids College Parangal. I am here to do the foundation design of a building by using SAFE software. That is by defining properties and drawing the elements for mat footing design project. Here is a plan of a building for which the design for a mat footing is to be done. Here are 16 columns are arranged 6 meters apart in both X and Y direction. And here we have considered the safe bearing capacity of soil as 300 kilonewton per meter square. Here is a mat footing extended 2 meters. Let us design a footing which is extended 2 meters in all sides of a building plan. The actual length and breadth of a building is 22 meters. And next, here is a data which we have obtained from ETABS and displayed here. Here are the dead load and live load which we have obtained from the previous tall buildings data. In SAFE software, open new model. So go to the file menu. Here we can see that the new model and set the usual settings which are to be carried out. Here the design code is taken as IS 456-2000 and the units are set as metric. Then click on OK. And here set the design preferences, that is the minimum covers. Here the top and bottom cover is taken as 50 mm. And the bar size is taken as 22. Then click on OK. Here select the model as grid only system. Here we can see that we had to draw the slab of the building plan which is extended equally on all the sides to make the footing. So the building slab is 18 into 18 meters. Then extend it to the mat footing. There's 1 meter for the space grid lines. So we need 19 grid lines. Here is 19 grid lines. And the grid spacing is 1 meter. But the building slab is 18 into 18 meters. Then click on OK. Now go to the define, in which the properties are to be defined. So click on materials. Then click on to the add new material. Here enter the material name as M40. Here material type as concrete. Here the weight per unit volume is taken as 25 kilonewton per meter cube and the modulus of elasticity is taken as as we know the coefficient of thermal expansion is 5 into 10 to the power of 5. Here FCK is 40. Then click on OK. Then click on add new material. In order to add the material name as HYSD 500. And but the here material bar is rebar, material type. Modulus of elasticity is considered as 2 into 10 to the power of 5. Then click on OK. Here we can see that both the materials has been added. Then click on OK. Now go to the define menu. Click on slab properties. add new property. Here the property name is taken as mat footing. As the thickness is 500 mm. Then click on OK. Here we can see that the properties has been added. Now go to the define. In define menu, click on to the column properties. Here click on to the add new property. Here are 16 columns and 2 are different types. Here the columns dimension of 500 into 500 mm. And the material is as M40. Then click on OK and add the other column dimension of 600 into 600 mm. Here we can see that the 2 columns are added. Then click on OK. Now go to the define menu. Click on to the soil subgrade properties and click on to the modifier show property. Here the subgrade modulus is taken as 3 into 10 to the power of 4 kilonewton per meter cube. It is from the formula, that is soil bearing capacity by allowable settlement. As we considered the soil bearing capacity as 300 kilonewton per meter square and the allowable settlement is 1 centimeter. So subgrade modulus is 3 into 10 to the power of 4 kilonewton per meter cube. Then click on OK. Then again click on OK. Now go to the define. Click on load patterns. Here we are considered the load pattern as that. So click OK. Again click on to the load cases. Here selected and click on OK. Now load combination. Add new combination. Enter the load. Enter here dead and live with a scale factor of 1.5. Here we can see that the 2 properties are defined. Then click on OK. Now proceed with the drawing elements. Go to the draw menu. Click on to the draw slabs or areas. Here check the property name as mat footing. Click on the one part of the grid system to the other part of the grid system at 18 meters apart. So double click to end the grid. Here we can see that the slab is drawn. So press escape. Extend the slab by 2 meters on all the sides. So click at the one area. Here we can see that the 4 edges is selected at the bottom to verify the selection. After the footing is selected, now go to the edit and click on to the edit areas. Click on to the expand or shrink areas. Here we had taken the offset value of 2 meters, that is 2000 mm. Then click on OK. Here we can see it is extended. the actual area of the footing. Now place the columns of the footing. So in order to place the columns in footing, go to the draw. In draw menu, click on to the draw columns. Here change the property. Here change the property below as none. And above it we are taking as 500 into 500 mm dimension column. At the below height of 0 and above a height of 3 meters, 2 meters. This is the column dimension 500 into 500 mm for all the column dimension for all the columns except columns 6, 7, 10 and 11. So by using the dimension lines as well as the grid lines with the help of the, in order to locate the column position, here with the help of the dimension we can place the column. Double click to remove the column. Now change the column dimension of 600 into 600. Then press escape. Now draw the design strips of footing. Go to the draw menu. Click on to the draw design strips. Here draw the design strips. Then for that design strip should be up to 4 meters. Here it is for the strip layer A. Draw the 4 design strips in X direction through the column centers, through these column centers. Here the strips are drawn from the end to end. Double click here to remove the strip. In the same manner, draw for all the columns. And change here the strip layer to B. And draw here through column centers in Y direction. Now press on escape. Here now next we have to assigning the loads and properties to the footing. For that, click on the footing area. Here we can see at the bottom it was selected. Now go to the assign menu, click on to the support data. So select the soil properties. Here click on to the soil, select soil 1 property and then click on OK. Here we can see that the soil property 1 has been assigned. Now assign the loads on column centers. For assigning the loads on the column centers, we have to apply on each column individually the dead and live load at each point. First we have to select the column 1 and now go to the assign. Here the selection of the column can be shown at the bottom. For that, go to the assign to assign the load. Click on to the load data and click on to the point loads. Here for the column 1, select dead load initially. Here add the load. For that, here we can see it can be displayed from the column 1 to column 16. These are the loads, that is dead load, live load, which is displayed from the e-tabs. The values should be entered. The value should be entered here. Here for the column 1, the dead load is 1850. It is for the column size of 500 into 500 mm. In the same manner, select again the column 1. Here again the point is selected for the live load. Select the point here at the column very carefully and go to the assign. Click on to the load data and point load and enter here the live load value as for the column 1, which is displayed from the e-tabs. Here we can see that the loads are assigned. In the similar way, assign the different loads to the columns of column size 500 into 500 mm dimension to all the remaining. Here for the column dimension of 500 into 500 mm, the live load and dead load has been assigned. Then assign the live load and dead load of column dimension 600 into 600 in the similar manner by selecting the area. Then go to the assign, click on to the load data and click on to the point loads. Here change to dead. And then here change the dimension to 600 in both x and y direction. And again select the point. Here we can see the point is selected. Then click on to the assign, load data and point loads. Change to live. Here change the live load to then click on OK. Here we can see that the live load and dead load is assigned. In the similar manner, assign the loads to other. Now we can see that the loads has been completely assigned in all the points. Now assign the rebar material in the footing strip. Right click on the footing area. Here click on to the design and change the rebar material to HYSD 500. Then click on OK. Then again click on OK. No need to assign it because it is already assigned. Then right click on the design strips. Here we can see it is highlighted. The design strip is selected. Then click on to the rebar material HYSD 500. Then click on OK. In a similar manner, assign the rebar material to all the strips in both X and Y direction and change to HYSD 500. Now go to the run analysis on the model. Here click on to the run. Click on to the run analysis or design. Wait for some time till the displacements values. Here we can see that the displacement values are displayed. Now go to the run and click on to the run analysis. It is the deform shape and displacements are here. Then go on to the display and click on to the show punching shear design. Here we can see that the punching shear values. Before that, unlock the model. In order to increase the slab thickness to 900 mm, because the punching shear values as we seen before, it is greater than 1. So in order to increase the punching shear value, go to the define and click on to the slab properties and click on to the modifier show. Here we have to increase the thickness of the slab. Here we can see that the punching shear values are greater than 1. So in order to change it again, go to the define and still increase the thickness. Before that, we have to unlock the model because the assign will delete, analysis will delete. So go to the define. Here we can see that the punching shear values are less than 1. Click on to the set execute. Here execute view in the set display options. Then click on 3D. Here we can see that the punching shear values has been designed. Then go to the plan. Now the analysis and design report of the footing project has been completed. In order to check the strip forces, can click on the strip forces and see, and can be seen the strip forces and the slab design, punching shear values, the crack widths, etc.